history, and she'd come to rely on Duncan's experience to make up for her own lack of it. I can assure you that we are taking this burglary very seriously. Then shouldn't you be taking an impression of the shoe print? Ewell pointed to the base of the hill, where several perfect shoe prints were pressed into the moist dirt. We have a broken sprinkler, so this area is always muddy. He left tracks all over the break room carpet. You can run the shoe prints through IFTRED.
If what?
Duncan asked. IFTRD, the International Footwear Tread Reference Database. I saw it on NCIS last night. The treads are like fingerprints. You can ID the shoes in seconds, locate the local store he bought them from, geotrack the RFID chip in the credit card he used, and find out where he is right now. Duncan scratched the faint scar on his cheek in apparent bewilderment.
What do you mean, geotrack?
Ewell sighed. You can use GPS to pinpoint his exact location. Then you can use the store's surveillance video to run his face through facial recognition software, cross-match it with the DMV photo database, and bam, you have him.
Wow.
Duncan nodded, impressed, and looked at Eve.
I could have made my job so much easier if I'd started watching NCIS years ago.
She glared at Duncan, who was needlessly teasing Ewell, making trouble. Can you please get the impression kit from the car so we can lift this shoe print?
Sure.
Duncan ambled over to their car, a plain-wrapped Dodge Charger, and popped the trunk. Ewell shook his head at Duncan's back and shifted his gaze to Eve. It's a good thing he's retiring. He's totally out of touch. Don't be fooled, Mr. Ewell. People underestimate Columbo, too, she said. Columbo is fictional, he said. I'm just making a point, she said. Why didn't the alarm go off during the burglary? He broke the glass and climbed in without opening the window. The window frame is alarmed, but not the glass itself, and we don't have motion detectors. We have him on video, though. He's wearing a hoodie and gloves, so forget about fingerprints. CSI might be able to lift some hair and fibers. When is the team getting here? Unfortunately, they don't respond to property crimes of this nature. Eve handed him her card. Could you email me the video and photos of the muddy footprints? I'd be glad to. He ran his finger over the embossed sheriff's badge on her card. How long do you think it will take to get a hit from IFTRED and act on that? Things don't move as fast as they do on TV, and the crime lab is pretty backed up. They have to prioritize cases, so it could be quite some time. Likely decades, if ever. Hundreds of rape kits had been sitting on shelves for years, waiting to be tested. Nobody would ever take the time to analyze forensic evidence in the theft of frozen Jimmy Dean sausages from an office break room. Ewell stiffened with anger. Does he have to kill someone before this crime gets attention? Let's hope it doesn't come to that, Eve said, as Duncan returned holding what looked like a large cookie cutter in one hand and a bag of Searchy shaken cast in the other.
But it could,
Duncan said, handing her the cookie cutter.
It's not a big leap from stealing Doritos to homicide. Nacho cheese is a well-known gateway drug, especially if it's the flaming hot stuff.
Ewell was no fool. He knew he was being ridiculed. I have work to do. Water is an essential resource. Unlike some people, we never rest. He marched back into the building, Duncan looking after him with a grin. Eve pressed the cookie cutter over the footprint, creating a square border around it. I'm glad you're amusing yourself. She held her hand out for the bag of shaken cast, which contained a unique plaster powder inside and an easy break capsule of water pre-measured to create just the right amount of slurry to capture the impression of a single shoe or footprint.
Are you really gonna waste valuable plaster taking an impression that will never be analyzed?
The shaken cast cost about $18 a bag, but the money didn't come out of her pocket, so what did she care? She tipped her head to the security camera mounted in the building's eaves. I'm sure he's watching, and I'll still be working here after you retire. I don't need to be on another bureaucrat's shit list. I'm on enough of them already. He handed her the bag, which she crushed between her hands, breaking the capsule of water inside. Then she shook and gently kneaded the bag to mix the contents. A paramedic unit and fire truck roared by.